I'm just gonna turn the camera this way and everyone can hear the plop and use their imaginations.
Yeah, we were just almost peed on, so but she's blind. She doesn't know how close we are to it.
She
But
knows. I was petting her. I was right next to her.
yeah,
She knows.
she knew, but
I don't hold it against her.
we don't hold it against her.
Almost is the key word too. I was not peed on, just so we're clear.
But as you can hear, it is rather quiet out here. Do you want to go in there and see?
Yeah. Is that like bittersweet for you? You might say.
I mean, I love peace and quiet, but yes, it means that Miles is not fully feeling himself, which we've been talking about all day. Sorry, we've been trying to make his habitat safer for him.
His habitat.
I don't know.
Miles, you have a habitat.
His house.
Miles, you are a habitat.
You're gonna film through the Jenna hole.
Yeah, in case anyone is wondering why there's just like these weird bended fence parts, Jenna uses those to put her head through to see what's going on. And if we don't give her at least 2 of them, she'll just make more. So we leave these 2 here open. And this is just like the outside area anyway. So at night, everyone's locked up. So it doesn't matter if there's a couple of fence holes.
Do you want to go say hi to him?
Sure.
He is more likely to say hi to you right now, but yeah, so if you've been listening today to our posts and our lives and stuff, Miles is almost guaranteed right now that he's going to have part of his beak amputated, or his bill amputated. So not good news. He's got a bone infection in his bill. And so now it's just a matter of finding out how far back it goes, and that sort of determines how dangerous or not it's going to be. But right now, our vet seemed very concerned. She didn't outright say that. She kind of did. Okay, she did outright say.
Outright said it's really bad.
Yeah, it's really bad. So we're definitely worried, but sort of optimistic that they're going to be able to just take the part of the beak off that has this problem and then get him a replacement beak. What?
I'm sorry. I just didn't.
His nose. But
if he comes here, I can show you guys like where.
Yeah.
Best case scenario, we're talking about just the tip. I feel bad doing this in front of him too.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's not.
Worst case scenario. I mean, worst case scenario, we're talking we need there to be a nub left, essentially. That's what we landed on is he can get a prosthetic bill as long as he's got enough of it left.
So yes.
Yeah, there's still a chance that maybe he's just gonna take a little piece off the front, but he's gonna have to have an amputation anyway.
Yeah, some pieces coming off. The unfortunate worst case scenario is it's too far in and he just wouldn't be able to comfortably have it replaced. And then the way that's not happening, but the way geese my brain's not working.
I needed that. It's been a rough day.
Yeah, the way they eat requires them to sort of grab, and so our vet was.
His whole personality requires him to grab.
Yes, it's very true. So yeah.
He's a little mad at me.
But yeah, and it's one of those things where when it rains, it pours, because now we're watching our sheep Bonnie, and she's kind of breathing heavy, but if right now I'm looking at my phone, and we've literally had them out for a couple minutes and they're coated in the yellow dust of pollen. So it's also a bad time of year. She is definitely advanced in age, one might say. So it's just a lot of stuff going on, and it just seems to never end. Last night, the night before, our dog Fiona was limping in a horribly wrong way. Seems to be better today, and all these things are ongoing issues that we've had looked at, treated. Fiona's had a bunch of stuff to try to treat her legs, so just
increase meds or try something different.
Yeah, I mean, with Fiona, it's just back arthritis. With Bonnie, it's back arthritis. you know,
have
like,
something like this whole situation just feels like overwhelming.
yeah,
So we can talk about how this happened. We finally figured out, we think, how this happened to Miles because he was banging his bill on something, and we could not, for the life of us, figure out what. Like his outside area is like very, thin, very predator proof. Like the wire part, the metal part. There's no way he can fit his face in it. We're like, I'm looking all inside. Like, where is he putting his face? So we cleaned out everything. Like I went in with a leaf blower and just blew out like every bit of bedding, just looking everywhere. And there's like a crack on the side here where there's some wood, and there's a crack in like the cement bottom, and I see all these little scratch marks on the wood, and there's some really pulley bugs and stuff down there. And I realize he has been jamming his freaking face into this crack to eat the bugs over and over and over again.
to the point where he broke the tip off his nose
broke his
and
face.
gave himself a bone infection. And
Broke his face. So
yeah, so
and
it's
he eat bugs. So I just poor life choices. We all made them. I've made a lot, especially in my younger days.
yeah.
I don't
So
understand, but
the hope is that it was a repairable bad life choice, and so we're
it's going to be a repairable bad life choice. Like I am going to go to the ends of the earth to find someone who's going to repair it. So luckily in DC, which is not super close, but not like terribly far.
like 2 hours from
Yeah.
us.
Well, it always says 2 hours, and it's
Yeah.
like 4 hours, but whatever. Less
It's
than
2
4
hours as the crow flies, Gandalf would say.
Right. There's an avian like surgical specialist up there, so the owner sounds like is the one that we're gonna get to talk to about this, and so he's gonna determine. The disappointing part is our vet sent out the radiographs to be reviewed by radiologists, and there was like a slight chance, well not slight, there was like some chance we would get the results back today, and if not, then Monday. And so I just called right before they closed. They didn't get the results back, but that will tell us like at least how far advanced it is. I mean, the specialists will want to look at it themselves and decide what they're going to do, but
Yeah, because our vet was showing us on the x-rays, but like not being a radiographologist, I'm just gonna say radiologist, whatever. She looked at it, she's like, I can see it's this far for sure.
which is like the tip for sure is like,
Yeah, I mean, and it looked kind of like it starts to go back to where his nasal passages start. And so then at that point, it starts to get scary. And she's like,
but it looked okay-ish towards the base, right? I mean, she
Yeah.
said there was still potential that it had gone there, but like it didn't look like, I don't know. I didn't get the feeling that was like probable. Like
yeah,
we just need a nub. Like we just need a nub. That's all he needs. Like a good. Sorry.
no, it's okay. Yeah,
She
so,
did say good thing was that putting the cream on it seems like it's helping already. So
yeah.
helping the outside feel.
Yeah, so yeah, we had been trying a few other things. Like we'd been trying the what was it, the Monostat, and it didn't seem like that was helping. In fact, it just seemed like it kept getting worse. And so now, at least it seems like we've sort of headed off. Yeah, I don't know. English is not my specialty today.
Like her, she had a little bit of white on her, so I just lathered
Just
her
to
up
be
too, 'cause
safe.
I figured, why not? She wanted to support her husband. Hi. She's mad at me. I took her away today. I love him too. I love him too. I'm gonna get him all fixed up, okay? I'll get him all fixed up for you. I'll get him all fixed up. Talk about Miles hissing at the vet text today. Our veterinarian, she really liked him. She's only her second time ever meeting Miles, and she said, I know, they deserve it. Someone went in the room with them, and she heard him hissing loudly, so she said, oh, he's got stranger danger, so she had to go in there to accompany.
Yeah, but as you can see, Miles is very quiet for Miles.
Well, he did have to get anesthetized.
Sedated.
Sedated, yeah. So he might still be kind of. But yeah, everyone just seemed, they seem so like.
Yeah, chill. Like they are very chill right now. Like usually they'd just be yelling at us for everything. Stace, you're being very like chill too.
Supporting her.
Yeah. just like want to hug that goose.
I know. I hugged her earlier. It was really nice. She
Yeah.
didn't think it was nice. But
Well, Miles, like when I was holding him, he was just like, all right, whatever.
I love this couple. Her feet almost look so much cleaner than his. It's a different color. It's okay.
Yeah.
Your feet look good.
So yeah, I mean, one of our questions now is like if he has to have he has to go have surgery. Does Stacy need to go with him for support, or would that be traumatic for her to have to go through it in addition to him to like, you know, seeing him recovering and stuff? So
Like at least maybe they travel together. We could bring them both. I don't know.
but yeah, it's hard to know what's
What would be your
the.
favorite, the loud?
Hey, you get to go. I have to stay and watch things. So
Sure you do.
the joys of never being able to go long distances together, because someone always has to be here to keep an eye on things. But you want to go back and sit by Annie, or you want to stay in here?
Yeah, no, we can.
Annie just crashed out there.
Sucks. I just feel really bummed. Like I wish that I knew. Face with it, so.
Yeah, Mallory just called the vet to make sure that they hadn't finished. And she said it, you know, was iffy if they would, because with cats and dogs, you know, they have so many radiologists. And then for
Look at all this pollen.
birds, I know there's so much pollen. You can see how yellow our trash can lid is
I'm
right
hoping
now.
that's why Miss Bon Bon is coughing. Where'd she go?
She's laying down by the tree over here. Oh,
Give her a minute to rest. She also needs to be lasered. Which we're not like seeing too much.
thank you, Tanya. Sorry we haven't said much to. I really wish Jenna would not poop right outside the gate, like, because that's where the pigs want to wait for breakfast in the morning.
I wish lots of things Jenna wouldn't do, like trying to make a third.
Yes, Jenna was trying to make a face hole here and got stuck. We had to like
Face hole.
slowly get her to move her.
Doesn't need a third face hole right there.
Well, what if she wants to be over here?
She can reach it, like her head can go that way.
No, she needs to be closer to the action.
I mean, was she gonna like? Should we just open this whole thing? So
Yes,
Jenna
I
can
feel like you have totally understood Jenna's intentions. Annie, you have your whole dinner over there. Why are you just chilling here?
We want the good stuff.
Well, they had the good stuff, so now they usually go over and eat.
Just hoping for round two, maybe.
Yeah. You had your full bonus dinner.
I was gonna say hi to her. You went to love on her a little bit earlier.
No, that's fine.
She's shedding. Annie gets a bath tomorrow. That'll be fun.
Barring any more excitement in our life.
That's all we need is more freaking excitement.
Oh, does that feel good, Annie?
Oh, weird.
Hey, oh sister 60. How's it going? Oh, you like that, Annie, don't you? Yeah, it's definitely one of those days, like, running the sanctuary has its moments. Oh, hey, Scott, how's it going? But yeah, it has its moments where you just think, like, how could we ever not do this? And then you have a day where just like, you know, today, finding out Miles needs his beak amputated, or his bill. Holy crap. His bill amputated. Oh, hey, Lori, how's it going? Or, you know, hearing like Bonnie, you know, having some, we're hoping just allergies, but, and you're just like, how much can you like take, you know? And then of course there's all the, in addition to that, expenses of it all, where you're just like, okay, you know, it's possibly gonna run in the thousands, like,
Oh yeah, Miles' thing is gonna be $8,000 at least.
yeah, so like, yeah, $8,000 to like,
That's just a guess. We haven't gotten any.
yeah, and it could be more or less like,
I was chatting with ChatGPT about it, and that's the estimate we came up with.
got it, yeah. So yeah, it just definitely makes it challenging at times to like, you know, be as positive and bright and cheery as we'd like to be. Thank you, Lori, we appreciate that. Yeah, so it kind of, you always have to bounce back because, you know, unfortunately it doesn't stop, but there's definitely a sense of just, I don't know, exhaustion where you're just like, oh my gosh, like what else could happen? And then you start to catastrophize in your head where you're like,
Don't say that because something else will happen.
yeah, like everything is about to go wrong at the same
It
time.
is right now. The world is ending. Like everything is just.
Um,
I'm quitting. I'm leaving you to run everything. I'm just
um,
walking down the street.
yeah, like you can tell when Mallory gets overwhelmed because she lost something for like a minute today, and she like wrote me, "I quit. I can't do this," and I'm just like,
I lost
like,
the whole letter. Like I was looking for a stamp.
mm-hmm,
Letter that I need to mail.
I don't know if
Because
this is
I'm
gonna
already
make it
mailing
better.
this letter. I know, no, this is like the level of like ridiculousness that it's gotten to, which is how you know that I'm just like maxed out with the situation. Look it up, honey. Sorry, I didn't mean to yell. I lost I was holding a letter. I found a stamp, and then the letter was just not there. And I'm like looking everywhere. Letter has just disappeared. I'm like, this is it. This is like this is the final
The universe
straw.
is signed to
The
you.
universe has told me, so I text Ryan. I know he's filming a video.
Yeah.
I feel bad about this, but I'm like, you know, he either won't see it till he's done, or some notification will pop up. So I quit. And then I found the letter. It actually just fell back in with the envelope, so it was disguised.
Yeah.
I eventually did find it, and I unquit. I retracted my resignation. So.
Yes, she sent me the NM, the never mind, which is always, you know, always takes my nervous system from the level 40,000 that she sends it to right back down to, oh, okay, everything is great.
So here's the thing though, when I lose something and I'm like stressed about it, the point at which I tell you I've lost it will be inevitably the point at which I find it. So I feel ridiculous because I've like lost my mind. I've
Yes.
told you I can't find this thing, and then I immediately find it.
Lori says you're not alone.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Lori.
No, yeah, it is definitely at this point in my life, like no matter where I'm at or what I'm doing, I'm always taking note of what things of Mallory I see in that room because I know she's going to ask where it is at some point.
But Ryan is so good at finding things. So here's the thing, I lose everything, and I just happened to marry someone. I did not know this like until we were already together, who can literally find anything. Like,
It's my autistic
it's
superpower.
your autistic superpower. I lost my wedding ring in a storm, in a flood here. And I thought I lost it on one side, reaching into a drain.
Mm-hmm.
And then he somehow came back. I swear it was like less than an hour. Maybe even like less than half an hour.
As I say, it was like almost immediately.
Yeah, having found it buried in mud in like our old chicken area, like completely somewhere else. And I'm like, how did you even like, I don't know. It was amazing. I was very happy that I did not lose my wedding ring. But it's good to be married to somebody who can find things. When you're someone who not only loses things but hates to lose them.
And I know.
I found ticks too, so tick season.
I was gonna say, like, I know, like, the trauma that will go on in our world if something is
I
lost.
get so traumatized when I lose things. So
Like-
I just convinced I'm never gonna see it again. Like it's just
Yeah, she really accepts the goneness of it.
Like that item being lost for all eternity.
Yeah. Unfortunately, at this point, Mallory does not vape anymore. But when we first were together, before we got married, she vaped. And there is nothing worse than someone stressing about the thing that at the time was the only thing that could like possibly de-stress them. And that was the thing she lost daily,
I forgot about losing my vape daily.
like all the time. Fortunately,
It was on silent.
Fortunately, I pretty much blackmailed you with, you have to be done vaping by the time we get married.
Well, I had agreed to that, and then you
Yeah.
agreed to it, so. And I was.
And she did, and that was it. So
Here's the nicotine. Things like that, yeah.
that is what happens when you marry someone who has never done anything in their life. You know, they make these requirements of marrying me.
He's such a square. You want to trade?
I can. I mean,
Oh, I mean, I don't have to. We're having fun.
I don't mind watching you guys.
Annie for her bath.
You gonna get ready for your bath tomorrow?
Yeah, Annie gets in like the spring and the fall rain, she gets this like, I don't know if it's like a fungus or what, but anyway, it just comes off if you give her a bath with a special shampoo. But
It's essentially like the humidity and the. Thanks, Lori. Lori says that her family laughs at her for stuff like this as well. So.
I'm glad someone understands.
Um,
I mean, I'm sorry that you go through this too, Lori.
yeah.
I'm glad that's
You're glad you're not alone. But yeah, no, it definitely. I don't know. Like.
Oh, but yeah, Annie's thing, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna. Are these just like little crusties almost that she gets on her?
Yeah.
So.
Like it's definitely not like a severe case of it, but it just like seems persistent. You know, it's like.
Well, and once it's like in the environment, I think, and so it just happens. I will. Oh, what I was gonna say is, I do not think it's helped by the fact that Annie likes to go walk in the rain.
Oh yeah, Annie
Like,
loves to walk in the rain.
Barn, Annie's just walking.
Well, like when I.
Ryan out to go put her in her barn, and she's just like, and then Ryan puts her in her barn, and then doesn't close it, and I'm like, she's still staying there, and then I see Annie walking.
Well, I was telling our vet that comes, like, the vet that comes to visit, I was saying, like, you know, we tried to put her away, and she just kind of looked at me like I was crazy, and she's like, she's a cow. She's going to go walk in the rain.
None of our cows go walking in the rain.
I mean, I feel like.
All of our animals go underneath something.
Lori likes to dance in the rain, Annie, so.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah,
Lori,
so.
if you need a special bath too.
Yeah, if you need to come over, we promise to, like, you know.
We'll hose you down.
Hose you down with the, I don't know, it's like a antibacterial, anti-fungal stuff that.
She's got scabs on her, like running into stuff, so.
Yeah, no, it's fun. It's funny the number of problems that animals probably have because of humans taking them from one environment, putting them in another, and, you know, in no way taking into consideration, you know, like.
African tortoise?
Yeah, like an African tortoise that we have, where it's like, you know, he thought he could just bury himself for the winter, and it's like, that doesn't work here in Virginia soil. But, you know, or like sheep that, you know, in the wild would have shed in a normal rate, and now they have this super thick wool that, you know, will have to be like trimmed to keep it from smothering them in heat. So all kinds of stuff. But yeah, so anyone just joining, we were talking about, we got the very, very bad news today that Miles is going to have part of his bill amputated. We're not sure how much or, you know, exactly how that's going to work, because they do need to be able to reattach a prosthetic one so that he can still eat. And so, you know, our vet was definitely, I want to say cautiously optimistic, but maybe optimistically cautious.
I mean, she said it's bad, but she doesn't know how bad.
Yeah,
so.
like when we said, is it possible it could be like essentially fatal? I don't remember how we said it, and she just kind of seriously looked at us with a almost like I can't rule it out kind of statement. I don't remember the wording, but it was not what we wanted to hear.
That she was excited that she, you know, is concerning is that the healing part after the surgery, they can get infected. And what hopefully everyone will realize is that, like, if I am going to live in like a box with him until it heals, cleaning every bit of poop, like whatever this man needs, like it is going to get fixed. It is going to get healed. So.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Thank you, Tanya. Yeah, Mallory was saying how you are really well hydrated, Annie. But
I'm glad to know our cows are well hydrated. That makes me happy.
yeah, Mallory said to me, oh, they say that you need to have like the most pristine, clean environment. And my first thought was, this is literally an animal who will be in a bowl of water, poop, and drink at the same time. So just complicates things a little when you want it to be perfectly pristine.
I will dump his water every 5 minutes as needed. I will
Like,
not sleep. I will do whatever.
You're gonna literally have to catch the poop as it comes out.
Maybe I will.
I don't know. I've done that once for Pumpkin in the library.
your experience. Okay, well, we'll go in the box miles for 3 weeks.
It's only pigs that I'm skilled with.
Well, the good news is birds actually heal pretty fast, she said, so.
Yeah.
Hopefully like 3 weeks, so. Which, yeah, is not nearly as bad as I was expecting.
Oh, Annie, you are just like going.
Very well hydrated. I'm
Wow.
happy to see that you are. I need to drink more water. I need to be better about drinking water. Probably everyone watching does too. So if you are
Not
thirsty,
me.
you should drink some water.
I'm always thirsty, but I drink so much water.
You don't drink water though. You drink like other drinks.
No, I drink
Water.
I drink tons of
You're
water.
outside working a lot. Like you probably really need water. If you're
I don't
thirsty,
know.
you're already dehydrated.
Like I
Everyone
drink
right now, drink a glass of water.
like I at least drink like double the amount they recommend. Hey, pretty girl.
Oh, Jenna's feeling left out.
Jenna,
I
what?
hope everyone can hear that.
Yeah, if you can't hear it, Jenna is mooing at the world to let us know that she would like something. What is it, kiddo? What do you need? You just letting us know that you'd like us to let you out. We got to let the littles eat their dinner before you, well, not you so much as Maisie goes and tries to steal it. Yeah. You just think it's time to get out of here? All right. Well, I can let you out soon, okay? Since they don't seem to be rushing to eat dinner. Jenna would like to come out. She'd like to hold a vote. Yeah, it's very quiet out here once the pigs have gone to bed inside and the birds are in their beds, but all right, well, my phone's about to die. My phone is on 3%, so
I just love this cow a lot.
we do love you, Annie. Yes, Jenna is definitely a diva, and she probably does think it's time for carrots. So, but anyway, just one. What do you say?
Has it been an hour yet?
It's probably been pretty close. I know you set an alarm on there. But anyway, so our update on Miles is that he is going to have a part of his beak amputated. We would love if you could donate at lifewithpigs.com or sponsor Miles, or you can join our Patreon. There's a link on our webpage for Patreon, isn't there? If not, it's in our link tree.
Or at least if you can't donate, if you can share
Yeah.
our fundraiser online, that would be super, super helpful. If you can like share it with people you know, if you know, can just help. Okay. Oh, we gotta move it this way, Miss Annie. Oh. Let's move it this way.
The challenges of not being able to see.
You got it. You got it.
You can push it. But yeah, so we would love for you to do that. We're gonna definitely.
Anyone you know to donate who you think might be like an animal lover, like that would be super helpful too. It'd be really cool.
It is going to take the proverbial village to accomplish this. So, you going for your walk, kiddo? You haven't even had your dinner yet. So, all right, everybody, we will see you again soon. Hope you have a great night.